Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Cheryl. This is another journal that I've just completed. It is a bird themed journal, and it was a Reader's Digest book cover that I repurposed, and I covered it with some Tim Holtz fabric, and then I just inked the edges just slightly. I used the archival ink and in its potting soil. And then on the front I used some vintage lace and some new trim to frame it out, put some antique buttons on the front. These are some metal book corners that I got from an Etsy shop. And this is an antique bird card. And let's go inside. I've covered the inside with some fabric and did a little pocket. These are some vintage tickets from Denise's shop at A Tattered Dream. And a little vintage garment tag. And this is a Tim Holtz ephemera piece. And then I've printed this out, just made it Birdwatcher's Journal. And then a little rusty safety pin from Denise's shop. Put on some tabs. And this is a little book that I own that I printed out to make little cards. I just thought the images were so beautiful. I made a little tech. And these are some vintage book pages that I got from an Etsy store, which I will list down below. And a little writing practice sheet. And this is an image from the Graphics Fairy membership site that I just printed out on aged paper. I put a lot of the antique dictionary pages with like bird images in it, and I've sewn some areas for journaling. And this is a kit from Julie's shop, the old design shop. They were some bird ATC cards, and they're really, really beautiful. So I used them as tucks and journaling cards in here. I will leave her link to those. And we have a little bag from Denise's shop, and then I put one of those cards on this little bag. It included one of my optical lenses, and then this was I don't know if you can see it, it's a real coin from 1945. It has a bird on it, so got that from an Etsy shop too, so I will include that in this journal. And then we have some antique bird cards. These were some sets that I sold in my Etsy shop. I think I only have one left. I mean, I have more, but I'm keeping them for my journals. But I've included 3 of them, and then the one on the front. What else did I have in here? Oh, and then another one of those vintage tags. Little tuck spot with some more penmanship practice sheet. And then this is a copy of an etching that I have in my collection, and I just made a little pocket because it says "Feeding the Motherless." Thought it was appropriate for my bird journal. And then I put 3 little, I need to glue that down a little bit more, but yeah, three journaling cards. And these tabs were from Sue Olson's books. She has a bookstore in Etsy too, and she was so nice to send me some because I had purchased one of her books and I inquired about the fabric because I used it in another journal, and so she was nice enough to send me some. So thanks, Sue. And these, that on the rest of the signature covers, I've used a printable that I got from the Graphics Fairy membership site, and they were all birds, so I thought that made a nice, that way you can title each signature section. And then here I've used one of Denise's bags, and I've just embellished it with some fabric where I printed out Birdwatcher's logbook and then fussy cut some birds and put some cheesecloth on there. And then this is just the cover of that book that I own, that I've included all the little bird printouts. These, I just think they're so pretty. A little corner tech and some of the medical ledger and Tim Holtz fold out. This is some vintage bird page. I'll put the link because this gal, I think these came from the UK, and it's a supplier, and she just has a wonderful Etsy shop, and her prices are really reasonable. And this was some Edith Holden that it was some pages that were talking about birds, so I included that. And we have some aged music paper, and these are some envelopes that I have in my shop. I know Denise has these too. I think I only have like maybe one set left, so if you want them, go to Denise's shop. And just some little pages that you could write little thoughts on. This is a printable kit from Julie's shop, the old design shop. And they were bird illustrations, and there were quite a few. So if you wanted to do a bird journal, these would be great. And I just did some Tim Holtz washi tape. Again, this is from Julie's ATC bird card set. And these were from my book. And I just made little journaling card booklets. And another one of the images from the Graphics Fairy premium site. And then another one of those cards from my booklet. And this is handmade paper. And another vintage bird page. Another antique dictionary with some beautiful birds and insects. Vintage ledger. Some more of these are all bird related. This one's a quail. Some penmanship practicing paper. And another bird tech. I think this image here is from the Graphics Fairy, but some more vintage bird page that I've included in there. Another one of those bird images from Julie's kit. And the last signature. Let's see what, each one comes with a different bird, so. And some more vintage bird page, just held down so you could take it out if you wanted to. I just held it down with some of the Tim Holtz washi. These square doilies are from Denise's shop, A Tattered Dream. And another one of those ATC cards. I just put it on some vintage paper, some Edith Holden book page, a couple little charms. And lots of writing space in here. This is one of the cards, the antique cards from Denise's shop. And this is one of my antique sewing ephemera pieces, and I just kind of fussy cut it and put it onto index cards to make a little pocket. Another one of those beautiful bird images. Another vintage bird page. Again, you can easily remove it if you want to, if you wanted to use it somewhere else. And this is the end. This is from Screech Owl Design. It was her belly band kit, and another one of those cards. I just rounded the edges. This is a vintage shipping tag, and again, one of those little envelopes. The bird on it. And this is the back. This envelope is from Denise's shop. I just embellished it. This was a graphics fairy from their membership site. I printed these out and put it on H paper and deckled the edges, and then inked it a little bit and made a little flip up. There's a journaling card in there, and then there's another one in here. And this image, I believe, is from the graphics fairy as well. And there's this does come out, I guess. I'll have to work on that, but. And then this is the end. This is a vintage bird card. I got that from another Etsy shop, and I'll list her link below too. I think she was from the UK too, and so she has lots of lovely things. This is just an embossed tag, and then a vintage receipt, and a little pocket made from some Tim Holtz and some aged fabric. And that is it. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday, and I will be listing this and that fashion journal in my Etsy shop, so if anyone's interested. Thanks a bunch for your support, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.